Right, this is a video log for me to check in on come September 2027 when my 12 months of trying to do the thing will be done. Doing the thing in this case means finishing a manuscript, finding a literary agent, finding a publisher, editor, etc., etc. Not the whole process, just getting to the point where something is happening with the thing. And I can say yes. Look at my, behold to my evidence that success is not guaranteed but ever so closer than the moon. And then hopefully somewhere we will be. Where are we at today? For reference, we are working on the blood letters, which is a historical yeah, it's all fiction. No, nothing. I'm just not going to be. I think it's about fiction. It's a historical horror weird thing with about skill and fascism and the not learning. That's what we're doing, and that's what you should have done. Come checking up on this video in a year's or just over a year's time. You know, right now you're comfortably in the midst of and have a probably not too much longer left of putting together the main story. After that, you will be beginning the supplemental material, part A, with the smaller journal extracts from Dr. Global, Fatima al-Masri, and the as of yet unknown third figure in that grouping. After that, will come the drawings, which will be the longest and most arduous part of the process, no doubt. But once those are done, the manuscript, obviously, redrafting, editing, hell on earth times 6, and then to the literary agent, and so forth, and so on and so forth, towards some sort of hopeful moment, ideally. Besides that, the other things that must be done is short stories must be published in a more frequent and bountiful rate than has happened thus far. Does not have to be absolutely tons, doesn't even have to be one a month, but there must be more things put out there into little journals. There are thousands of small press just waiting for submissions, and you must have more things handed over to those institutions, if one will. Don't know if they're really institutions when they're that small. I think that's kind of a little bit of a contradiction there. That's the goal. That's the goal now. Ugh. If that is not done, then it is okay, but you have failed. Which would be very nice to not do, because the doing of this determines whether or not you get to keep the life you have right now. So, one must. Because living in a place you like, with people that you like, and being able to afford the rent is a good thing and should be maintained. So, let us do that, and yeah, I don't know. At the moment, you're practicing, sort of, you're spinning between a few routines for writing. You've done a little bit of the Virginia Woolfy thing with going on paper and then editing into digital, but generally typing seems to be the best way forward, and it's probably what you're going to be doing for most of this. Not that the physical writing isn't helpful, it's just you have terrible handwriting, and it is not helping. I am really struggling, so please don't continue with that. typing up phase. The typing up phase is great though. So maybe just, I don't know, work on your handwriting or something. Who's to say? Get a big book. Yeah, get an A1. Write everything in a huge A1 scrolling pad on whiteboard sheets and type it up from there. That'll be fine. That'll be great. Okay, that's that. In 12 months' time, I'll be checking on this, be seeing where we're at, and hoping that we have sort of made the progress, solved the soul, and not really, but you know, given over to the culture machine, produced some sort of half-baked, mediocre work that can grip the minds of just enough people to subsidize whatever amount of income I need to balance between a part-time job and writing. And yes, not actually be there, but be on the way to that in a method that is far more linear and hopeful than right now.